Well, you know, Hallmark does the movies that are pretty much like TripAdvisor movies. They're going to a place.
Hi, Hearties. We're here on the day after watching Dan Lissing's Aussie at Heart. I'm Marg Stark from San Diego.
Hi, Hearties. Jeanette Stevens from Michigan.
Hi, I'm Annette from South Carolina.
And I'm Dawn from North Carolina.
Woohoo! All right, so our alumni,
the gang is all here.
I know.
The gang is all here, and we got a dose of our probably our favorite alum of When Calls the Heart, I would have to say. It's so good to see Dan continue to do Hallmark, and to have him get to go home is amazing. So let's dive right in, ladies. We're starting with storytelling, script. What are your thoughts?
We do that all the time. Don't all talk at once.
The floor is yours.
I love the story. I believed the story. It was very satisfying on every level. You know, the connections, the couples, the writing, the quotes. I wrote down a million quotes that were from this that were so good.
A million.
What were some of your favorite quotes?
Okay. When Samara says, in 40 years from now, if someone were to ask you how you spent your life, what would you want your answer to be? And he had to think about that for a while.
Yeah, well, that's a poignant kind of, that really stood out for me as well, because in my life, I'm like, I don't know if I have another 40 years, but come on. What are you wanting for your legacy? What are you thinking? So I think it was a great line, even outside of the script, but it was good.
Yeah, there was the other.
It's such a clarifying question to ask yourself. When I was younger, I don't know, I think it was from summer camp, church camp, they asked you if you had to go, if your house was on fire and you had to save one thing, what would it be? You know, other than your pets and your family, obviously. And I think those kinds of clarifying questions are just, you know, every once in a while you need a little jolt to get you to.
Well, that was the conversation with When Calls the Heart season 13.
Indeed.
You know, when they got the things that they wanted just to get, not knowing.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. And seeing all those journals and, you know, the evidence of what your life has been, you know, over them. What anniversary was the couple, Caroline and Peter?
It was the 40th.
40th. Oh, wow. They look darn good for 40th.
Yeah.
I love it. I love it.
Yeah. Okay. So I think that's why Samara picked 40. And then I liked.
Okay. Thank you. Connect the dots. I'm not going to lie. Went out with friends and I had 2 cocktails.
Oh man, you're ahead of us. We should have all brought our own today.
Wow. Oh, no. Okay, so just make the brain cells fire, ladies. Just make the brain cells work. Okay.
Well, and I like that he like she asked him that, and then it was a while, and then he circled back to it and said, "So I've been thinking about that 40 years, you know, situation." And I liked the way she pushed him, the way they had the character. Sorry, my dog. I gotta give him something to chew on.
Oh my gosh, lapdog. I mean, seriously, he takes over your whole screen. Wow.
Oh my word. Oh my goodness.
He's getting very pay attention to me.
Mom, time to play.
That was quite a moment when you got to introduce Dan to Thornton. That was really cool.
Yeah, Dan got to meet Thornton when I chatted with him because he did exactly the same kind of behavior. As you can see, puppy training's going really well. Okay, I'm gonna go get something.
Jeanette, Annette, why don't you go on? Give us one more of your favorite quotes.
Okay. Let's see. Oh, early on, it was like, Nate says, I just want to keep everyone safe. And he says, you got to wear deck shoes on the boat. And she goes, I think we can do that without forcing everyone to wear ugly shoes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh, cute. I noticed the mom had little kitten pumps at the beginning. I'm thinking, oh no, she's not going on that boat with those.
Yeah,
climbing the stairs.
Ugly shoes.
Yeah.
All right. The rest of you chime in on the story.
Well, let me finish my thought before my dog so rudely interrupted.
Forgive me. Yes.
I liked that she pushed him and it was sort of like, I felt like it was a little opposite from some Hallmark movies where I feel like the female leads are the ones they're kind of going through a crisis of maybe job or love or figuring life out. And the guy kind of helps them along. And I felt like it was the opposite. Like she kind of was like, no, I left law and I made this decision and I'm happy with it. And I mean, even to the point that she's telling her dad, like, what are you doing? I don't want to go back to law.
Yeah.
And he was sort of the one that was like, I'm not sure where I'm going next, what my life looks like.
Right.
And so I loved, like, she was the one giving the words of wisdom and like, really pushing him, and the way he was open to it. I really enjoyed that push-pull between the two of them. It was really good. Yeah.
Well, early in the story, I didn't understand what their connection was. Because she was in PR, they said something about the law, but I'm like, I don't understand what the whole situation was. And then it's clarified in the middle of the story. So, but initially it was like, what, why were they arguing about a case? I don't understand. But yeah, that was, for me, that was kind of a hiccup, but maybe it's just my brain. Who knows?
No, I felt it was a little slow at the beginning and I was a little panicked. I was like, oh no, but then they really, really delivered at the end. And it did pick up, but it was and I do agree there were some really I thought the way that they shared the journals and the pictures and then it just was like a blueprint for lasting love. You got to see this couple celebrating 40 years and get a real sense of this is how you do it. And they kept emphasizing a lot of work, choosing each other every day, all that stuff, which was really beautiful. And I really liked when they said love isn't about fitting neatly, it's about deciding if somebody's worth adjusting. My husband and I are total opposites in every way. I did write a book about it. So it needs a lot more books because you do have to adjust to your partner, and love has a way of sweeping in and persuading you that you can change. So I loved that. Yeah.
Do you need to get something for Thornton? Or?
Well, he laid down now.
He's good. Okay. All right.
It was written by a pair, Ainsley Gordon and Sophie Tilson, directed by Colin Buds, who I gather Dan had worked with before.
Yeah, he'd worked on Christmas Keepsake on that one, which also Sophie, we just discovered, wrote that one as well. So
very nice.
So kind of familiar faces to them.
I love that one.
Confidence in them. Yeah, that's great. Cool.
Yeah.
All right.
Well, and I liked actually the conflict scene where they actually got to the level of arguing was probably one of my favorite and the way they were arguing about the case, like they kind of, it had to be rehashed at that point. Like it had been this elephant in the room, I think. And it felt like, I'm just like, am I watching an episode of Law and Order? Like they were really, the drama really heightened. I felt like they let them push that scene a little more than a regular Hallmark movie, to the point that they were fully arguing. And then the way they both just owned it, like the conflicts were resolved quickly. He apologized, I loved that. I loved he had the brother that would call him on this stuff. I was like, can we have more characters like that where he's like, man, you really stepped in it. Like, I mean,
right.
Like, I need more characters like that in the Hallmark movie when those conflicts or like the misunderstandings happen. But people are like, dude, what are you doing? Like smack them upside the head,
Sure.
I really enjoyed that.
Yeah. Well, that scene was really interesting because, it's almost like they did not resolve it. They just split. They're like, I'm fine. I'm good. I'm just going to go. And they never talked about it. and now all of a sudden
Oh,
they're
right. Yeah.
trapped into this one boat. They have to kind of face it. And but yeah, it was a good scene for sure.
Yeah, I liked because Dan, in your interview with him, Jeanette said that they really pushed it, and I think you could tell. And I'm proud of Hallmark for kind of letting them play it out because it really was effective. And to start with, that scene where they're walking through the grasses, I mean, that was my it was shot so beautifully. So it was really, really, really
well. Rhiannon was on Twitter last night too, and she said the same thing. She echoed that. She's like, yeah, listen, she goes, Lissing and I really fought for that. We wanted to push it. So
fabulous.
Well, you're talking about the scenery. The photography was, like a postcard for Australia and all of these other areas.
We will get there. Okay. Is there anything we want to say about story? Because I'm going to ask you. I'm going to. All right, girl.
Well, what I liked about the conflict in the conflict part, that they understood where the other was coming from. They actually were both right. And so that was unusual.
Yeah.
I wish I had a sense of why he was as controlling and by the book. You know, usually that stems from having had something occur where you lost control, and then I wish I'd had some sense of that.
Like more backstory on Nate.
Maybe a tiny bit. You don't get much in a Hallmark movie, but but it would have been nice. Yeah.
Yeah, when the first time I saw it, I thought it was interesting. The fireworks became such a point of, to me, that felt like a very like low stakes thing that they were treating very high stakes. So I was like, I don't know how I feel about that when they first kind of started arguing about it. But then when you saw the culmination of it and what it meant to her, and it made sense in the end. But at first you're kind of like, what is the big deal? It's just fireworks, but it was quite a point for them at the end.
Yeah.
My husband is Mr. Safety. He was a chief engineer on a Navy ship. And so, raising two boys with someone who's that safety minded can be challenging. And clearly this captain really had safety always in mind, which is obviously what you want in a captain. But but glad we got the fireworks. Glad it all came through.
Well, when he was more demanding was when he was mad.
Yeah.
Exactly.
I mean, that's the only characteristic that is, bubbling to the top, is almost about their rules, and and then when at the end, when he's just really angry that he thought, the whole conversation about the job and things like that, and it's like, and he just clicked it, and he's in that other mode. It's just like, it's almost like, and you could see it. So I think it was a great character choice for Dan for that, because you can see the twist.
Yeah. Well, and you can see that she was the catalyst that got him to loosen up, and
All right, so give me your rating of the writing and the storytelling, 1 to 10, 10 being the highest.
I'm going to say 8, and I only dropped it down because the quote about it's a date. No, it's not a date. I heard that in 50 different movies this year. It's like, okay, that's enough. But otherwise, gorgeous, perfect, beautifully written. I believed the story. I believed in their potential, and those who are already in love, I totally believed them. It was great.
I'm right there with you. I thought some of the dialogue was a little weak, and could have pushed the humor a bit more. So I'm going to go 7-8 territory.
I agree with
that's what I was thinking too.
Yeah. Go ahead.
We're all about the same.
Oh, wow. Yeah. Nice. Okay. Amazing. We agree.
Yeah. And that's a really high score too. 8's really high. 7 and 8.
Yeah. Agreed.
I mean,
yes.
It's a great
all right,
movie.
Moving on to chemistry. Not just between, what is their name? Samara and Nick, but also between the other actors and scene partners. What were your thoughts? We haven't talked about Richie.
I know. I was
Right.
going to say,
know.
I wrote down the bros as another relationship.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
They were good.
Yeah.
The bros, exactly. Yeah.
Well, which bros? The best friend bros or the bros on screen
No,
bros?
the really brothers, the two boat guys.
Oh yeah.
Oh, the
Gotcha.
two
Yeah,
boats.
so
Boat
we
guys.
have
funny.
a lot of history with Richie. The Hearties do. He was, why don't you share a little bit about it, Jeanette, because you know him best.
Well, yeah, back in 2015, he joined the famous Home and Family episode where Dan and Aaron sang for the
Oh,
Hearties.
right.
Richie joined
Was
them
that the
in
first appearance for the
I
two of them?
it might have been, yeah, because they had done individual appearances, but had
Right.
not, yeah, the first appearance of the two of them together. Oh no, I
Right.
take that back. They did one before there were audiences. Yeah,
Oh, okay.
back in
Okay.
season
Oh,
one.
All
But
right.
yeah. But yeah, and they all sang together. And then Richie, like they all hung out after and Dan and Richie shared how they had shared a house together and practiced their North American accents together. And like they've known each other from Australia, so they go way back. And yeah, so and then Dawn and I saw Richie in 2018 in
I
you were
went
there?
too. I went to
You were
Solvang.
you were at a different one than us though, weren't you? Were you at one with
Oh,
Richie?
I was there for the weekend in Solvang. I don't know if I was at the same, I don't think I was at the one with you, but I went with Joanne
But
and Joyce.
right, but were you with Richie? Did Richie perform with them
Oh
then?
yeah.
Oh yeah,
yeah.
okay. Yeah. I think we were there 2 different weekends. I think he did it
Okay.
twice, but yeah.
Yes.
So yeah, so they both have played together for lots of years. And you can find videos of them, by the way, on Dan's Instagram page singing. So go check them out. So they're really good.
Oh, what a great voice.
That
for
must have been
Richie.
a fun weekend for you too. Oh my gosh. Wow.
It's a lot of
Solvang.
memories.
Solvang is such a cute little town.
It is. It's gorgeous.
Just
Yeah.
adorable and so much and they were playing at like a winery or a
Yeah.
wine bar kind of place and
Yeah.
yeah, it was great fun. No, I went up with Joyce Keeler and Joanne Becker and it was like a last minute, like kind of right after July 4th,
It
I
was
think.
right around the 4th, yeah.
Okay, yeah. Raced up there for it and had no idea what it was going to be, but it was this amazing setting of them just playing their guitars and singing and very,
That
very
was
cool.
good. Well, I'm
Yeah.
glad to see Richie on TV and again. So I was really pleased for that situation that he was there.
Yeah. He looked amazing. There was this one shot of him at the vows ceremony when he like was looking at the couple and it was just like really sweet. I thought he did a great job. He's really fun.
Yeah. And then
Cool.
Dan and Rhiannon's chemistry, my goodness. That's good stuff. Good stuff.
Yes.
It really was. That kiss at the end was fantastic. Fantastic.
Yeah, so good. Yeah.
Just beautiful.
I just posted that scene, Annette, that you talked about, which I actually loved. Did you want to go on a date with me? That scene? And she said that was the first scene they shot together, which is crazy to me.
Oh, really?
Already this like really great banter, the way they play off each other. And so that really surprised me. That to me says a lot about their chemistry because he kind of has this moment of confidence where she's like, it can be a date. And then he goes, it can. And then she like backs up when she, then all of a sudden she's like, oh no, what did I do? So
yeah,
it's just,
that
for
dance
that being the
of
first scene is
intimacy.
like,
Really cool. Yeah.
No, I got the impression whenever Liv told Samara, you've had a crush on him like forever. I wasn't clear if he had a crush on her too, or if he thought they were just friends or coworkers.
Right. That's a good.
What do you think?
That's a
Do
good point.
you give a friend a necklace?
Oh, that's true.
No.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, it was very unclear in the beginning whether they had been a couple before or what the nature of their relationship was.
That fight broke them up or
no, I think that's the confusion that I had early in the conversation. I'm like, but the necklace, that was like midway through the storyline.
She kept hiding it though, so
she was playing. Yeah, she was playing with it the whole.
Yeah, I know, but it was not really part of the story until it was revealed.
Yeah.
Yeah. I thought that Caroline and Peter had lovely chemistry.
Yes.
I also really love that scene with Peter and Nick at the end, where he kind of, talks about the sacrifices that he made in moving for her, and that was really lovely.
Yeah.
I don't know about if this has happened with your dads or your husband, Annette, but I just find that as men age, they give themselves permission to be more emotional. And I just loved how emotional he was. That's what really started the tears flowing for me, was Peter being emotional during the vows. Of course, he did just want to get right to the kiss.
Right.
Or that maybe he was just self-conscious with everybody looking at him.
Yeah, that was cute.
Yeah.
Sweet. Yeah. What about Liv and Michael? Did you like their chemistry?
I did. Yes, I did. He was very protective of her. And even when she was faking sick, I believed he thought that it was not acting.
Yeah, that was a good one.
That
was a good fake out. I was like, come on, Hallmark. Pregnant women can't eat oysters. What is she thinking about? Whatever. And then, of course, it was a total fake out. So that was perfect.
I thought that actress is very talented that played Liv. Lana Golja. I'm like, why haven't we seen her more before?
Yes, we need to see more of her, definitely.
She might be Australia based, but
could be. More of Richie too, please. That would be good.
Yeah, that'd be great.
All right. And the brothers did have good chemistry, I think. Yeah. Okay. So do we want to rate it? I'm going to give it a 9. I thought the chemistry across the board was excellent.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, I would give it a 10 because I don't know how you would improve that for Rhiannon and Dan.
Yeah, that waterfall scene, my gracious. That was beautiful. Well, let's move into talking about the Aussie. Did we get a good picture of what it is to be in Australia?
Definitely. Well, Hallmark does the movies that are pretty much like TripAdvisor movies. They're going to a place and the place is the actor, and doesn't matter if anybody's there. This wasn't that way. This was really great that you saw everything and the people were real.
Yeah. It felt like they should have had sponsored by Australia Tourism.
I was thinking that as well. Yeah, no, it was totally, advertising for the whole country. Because there's how many
quite a yacht too. My gracious.
Yeah. Well, they said it was a $30 million yacht, and and Dan did say he's like, my goal. He's like, I hope when people get done watching the movie that they want to book a flight to Australia. He's like, yeah, I think you guys accomplished that.
Oh yeah.
For sure.
Well, it's so funny. Like the birds, that was an interesting thing.
Yeah.
But there is no scary spiders or all of the things that you usually
hear about.
Kangaroos and, the koalas, nothing of that.
Yeah, true. They didn't go with the tried and true. Those parrots, I wasn't sure quite what he said, and I looked it up. Eclectus parrots. And it's really
because they're so different.
So I learned something.
I did. Me too. Yeah.
I absolutely loved the forest scenes. I kind of, maybe because I live in Southern California, I was like, okay, I see the beach. I really see it. And now, so when they moved into that tropical forest, I thought that was really beautiful. Although I'm surprised more people didn't trip, because all those tangled roots they were trying to hike through was like, whoa, amazing.
Also, a missed opportunity. Marianne, my Hearty friend, she's been on the pod before. She made the comment about when you see him point into the trees, there's like a missed opportunity to say, there's drop bears. Have you heard of the drop bear joke?
No.
Look in the trees. You never heard? Okay, years ago, Dan did a travel podcast years ago, before When Calls the Heart. And it's like the thing that native Australians tease visitors about. And they talk about the drop bears in the forest and how it's these savage koala bears that that attack tourists. And so it's like the joke that they all
I do remember that now. That's fantastic.
Yeah. And
Yeah,
so when they
too
were
bad.
walking through the forest, it was a total great opportunity. They could have pulled the drop.
That would have been.
But
He should have snuck it in.
He got his dog Oscar's name in there,
Yes,
which is
that
very
was
cute.
very cute.
But
Yeah.
but he didn't get the drop bears.
No.
So darn. My nephew, his girlfriend, we met her recently, and they're kind of in a new relationship. And she evidently, the first time they went on a date, they went to like a pier, and she told him, he's from the Midwest, he's from Kansas City. And so she was like, when it's high tide, it comes up over the pier. And he was like, really? We were like, okay, we love this girl. We love this girl. That she pulled that off is amazing. So yeah.
When I was
funny.
when I was a little kid, my family, I'm totally tangent, but my family told me that dogwood trees barked and they would roll down.
Of
When I was
course.
little, we'd be riding in the car and they'd roll down the windows and they'd be like, do you hear it? That's what happens when you're the youngest of the siblings. They're like, do you hear them, Jeanette? Can't you hear them? You hear that?
Come on, yeah.
And I'd be like, yeah, I hear it.
Of course.
Oh,
Would never deny that. That's funny.
What else did you enjoy of the scenery?
The underwater shots were spectacular.
Oh my
Yeah.
gosh, the barrier reef. Oh my
Yeah.
goodness. Yeah, that was
Yeah.
good. Do we have costumes in our list today?
Let's add it. Yes, please. Talk to us
Because
about
for the scenery, when Dan arrived with that green shirt,
oh my gosh.
Yeah.
oh my word. I mean, it's just but it was
all
all
of his
still getting
like-
better looking. I think
yeah.
I just
Yeah, for
Oh,
sure.
I agree. But I think because the water was almost the same shade as that
Wow.
green shirt,
Mhm.
I was like, and then great color for him. I mean, come on.
Yeah.
That was
Yeah, I
really
kept tweeting last night, the costume designer deserves, and I did it like multiple times. It became this running joke. I was like, shout out for every single, because he had that bright blue, he had the
Right.
the white captain shirt, the
Yes.
casual white shirt, like it was all, and all the ladies' outfits too. Where I just love the beachy. You don't get to see that beachy vibe that often on Hallmark, so that's fun
Right.
when we get those.
Yeah,
I
I
guess
liked that green shirt with the white piping that she wore
That was
to the
cute.
lunch. I thought that was really pretty. And
It's good.
the dress that Liv wore to the also that Caroline wore for her vow ceremony. Both, but Liv's sundress was just, it was gorgeous. Yeah.
Well, her makeup was gorgeous too.
And the hair. I loved the French braid that they had on her. Really, really nice.
I was thinking about the braids because Rhiannon's character has them a lot, and I was thinking about how they probably had to do that because they're on water constantly, and so you'd be dealing with wind. And wind and water.
Very smart observation. Yeah. I liked the nighttime shots too of the boat.
Well, I have one thing. I'm like, I really want to know behind the scenes because the one where the stars, we're talking about the galaxy. I'm like, it kind of looked, not CGI, but not really.
Right.
Yeah.
And I'm like, maybe it was.
I'm guessing it was an actual outdoor shot, but that they just added some stars.
Okay. It was just
it
didn't feel like authentic. So I don't know why, but that's the only
Dan
thing.
Say whether they actually saw dolphins or not?
He actually, they did. I don't know that in those particular scenes, but he had some. He posted some video on his story of dolphins on the way.
Okay. I thought it was funny how they were like, the Zodiac was like a prop. It was like they leaned on it. She almost fell into it. Like they didn't ever get into it. Like insurance probably prevented them from getting in that inflatable boat. But it was like always, there. So that was funny. But yeah, the jet skiing was fun, and the lack of costumes in the waterfall scene was also excellent. The frolicking in the water together was very sweet. Yeah, very, very cute. All right. So Aussie travel poster. Give it a score, 1 to 10.
Oh, 10 for me.
Yeah.
It wasn't a shot I didn't love.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, it was
10?
good.
You're at 10.
Yeah. 9,
Well,
10.
and I liked that they shot on the Gold Coast, which is different than, normally Australian movies, you're like Sydney or Melbourne.
Right,
or,
exactly.
So I liked that it was a
True.
different part of Australia. That was really cool. We got to know the country
I'm
more.
going to give it a 9 just because I thought that restaurant was really generic and I would have liked them to put it. That was such a pretty scene, to show the setup and everything. I would have liked it to be feel a little more Australian with some Australian food, give us a sense of the, like even when he went in the treasure, they had Australian snacks and it was kind of a throwaway. So I'll give them a 9. Pretty good. All right, moving on to all the feels. Talk to me. Did you laugh?
Talk
Did
to
you
me.
cry? Talk to me. Tell me.
Again,
I was
pause.
At the beginning. I was all on board, just ready, waiting for all the good stuff.
All on board. With your ugly boat shoes. Yeah, there you go.
Yeah, definitely.
Captain Nate, come on.
I thought the lunch scene, I enjoyed how they were they got to tell their full story, the 40-year, journey that they'd been on. I enjoyed that. And the way that during that scene, Nate and Samara kept kind of, giving each other the looks like they were feeling it too, I really enjoyed that scene.
When
and
he pulled out the chair for her and kind of
Yeah.
touched her on the back.
I
I was right there. I was right there.
Good stuff. And the last
Anything
scene for
else?
sure got me, definitely my favorite.
yeah.
I was definitely crying. I definitely cried.
Well, and when he says, I would break every rule for you or to get back to you. That was a great line after she had named him, by the book Esquire.
By the book.
Captain by the book. So yeah,
That's
I liked
funny.
That was really great. Yeah. And then he apologized again. Whoops. I just love it. I know. Yeah. I love a man who can own his mistakes and
totally
own up to them. It's really good.
Yep.
That 100% emoji.
Yes.
Right. Exactly.
I didn't laugh enough. I would have liked to laugh a little more, like we're doing it.
Like with Thornton right now. Yeah. That's funny. Yeah, no, it was good. I mean, I agree with all of the scenes that you have already identified. So the end of it was good. Love the bouquet.
Yeah, beautiful.
Love the meaning of it.
Yeah. I watched it several times by now, and I feel like it got better each time I watched it.
Yeah,
even to the point of
I didn't get to rewatch, and I'm sure I do feel like it'll get better on a rewatch too. Yeah,
yeah,
beautiful.
And his first non-Christmas Hallmark movie, which was exciting.
Oh, really? I didn't realize that. Huh.
Wow.
Can we have Dan year round? I think.
Yes, please.
Let's just have more of Dan
every season.
Pretty much. Yeah, pretty much. He's up for it, I'm sure. Love it. Okay. All right. Give it a rating for all the feels.
I'd say 9 for me. Definitely up there.
I'd say 9.
Agree. 9's fine.
I'll go with 8, I think. Okay. All right. We have Chris McNally's movie coming up next week. Yes. And what's the name, guys? They only showed it 14 times during
Love Finds You. Love Finds You.
Okay, thank you. Thank you.
Let me double check. Make sure it's not Love Finds Me. I'm pretty sure it's Love Finds You.
And do you happen to remember who the co-star is?
Yeah, Amy Teagarden.
It's Amy Teagarden. That's right. Okay. All right. So tune in this Saturday night for Chris McNally. We'll be back doing all these Heart to Hearties reviews because there's nothing we love to chat about more than
what? Yeah.
than these ridiculously talented people making us really sweet movies. So anybody else have anything to say that we didn't cover? We got it. Go enjoy reading about Eclectus parrots. It's quite I did a big deep dive. So there you go. All right, everybody. We'll see you next time on Heart to Hearties.